of people have asked, why don't you bring all three on at the same time? I said, well, I'd rather have the people have time to focus on explaining their issues as opposed to answering questions and defending. We have in the nickel belt riding 4 people who probably you would expect to get together for dinner. Because there doesn't seem to be animosity between the 4. It's really been a very polite, very vigorous, because you're debating the issues, but how do you overcome the rest of the province? Because most people are seeing the attack ads. Most people are seeing, it's almost a matter of who do I not vote for, as opposed to who do I vote for. The nickel belt is doing something one way, and it almost seems as if most other places are doing it a completely different way. Do you have anything to say about that?
Well, you know as well as I do, being in politics, it's a very difficult, I say, a game, so to speak. We're all in this. We're running to get elected, but we don't need to attack each other. We are adults. We respect one another as candidates. So why should we attack individual, personally? Stick to our platforms. Attack our platforms. We can handle that. But let's respect one another. We're all humans. Okay, we all have feelings, and I don't want to be here to make it look like I'm a bully. Far from that. I want to be able to show that I respect everyone. Be it as different parties that we're representing, that doesn't bother me. I respect them. I think James, wonderful man, hilarious, pronounced, wonderful lady, very nice. Excuse me, Heather, nice. But like I said, it's just, we're here. We're doing something that we want to do.
Yeah. So as long as voters are informed and they go out,
that's right.
They make their selection, that's
all there is to it. We don't need to attack one another. It's not the way, it's not my way.
You're not gonna throw your stick over the boards or slam it on the face?
No, I won't do that. That's not my way. I was raised to respect one another. And if you can't say anything good about someone, don't say it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I strongly believe in that. And it's the same as politics. We are out in the media. We're going to get attacks on Twitter or Facebook. Because of the party we represent.
Kind of a thick skin.
It is. You have to be. You have to have a thick skin. It doesn't matter, but we maintain our respect, and that's the way we have to proceed. You want our debates? Yes, we'll attack their platforms. That's what we're here, because we have a better platform. They have a better platform. That's what we have to debate on.
Right.
Attack that. Their party's platform, what they have done in their riding with the party. This is what we have to look at. Personally, no, that's wrong. There's no need to.
Yeah, I agree.
We have to, like I said, keep the respect.
We had, in the last 5 or 10 minutes, are there some other issues that we haven't touched on that you'd like to point out? Because we're trying to put a nice little wrapping on what the issues are that seem to be identified as PC issues.
The other issue is abolishing the College of Trades is one big thing that we promise to do, and we will do.
Abolishing the College
Abolishing the College of Trades, to another tax grab.
Particular reason?
It's basically an opportunity for another appointed position, where as tradespeople must pay a tax about $135 a year. So this way companies can tap into resources there to get qualified certified individual trades people, but they get to sift through it. And you may have somebody who just recently taken a course, like heavy equipment operations. But now, in order to obtain employment, they must have 2 to 5 years experience, but they have to pay $135 a year for trade tax for a job that they cannot get because no company's willing to hire them, although they graduated. So it makes it more difficult for them. And the emission testing, another cash grab. We don't need because car manufacturers are making cars with high standards of emission control for our vehicles. Older vehicles, yes, I can understand that, but newer vehicles, it's just another cash grab.
So my 1989 Dodge Ram, that falls under older vehicles, I guess, wouldn't it?
It would. But newer cars, we don't have to worry about them. It's just more of a constant cash grab. Because if I'm not mistaken, they were trying to bring it here in Northern Ontario, emission testing,
Okay.
if I recall correctly. And we don't want that. We can't have that.
Yeah.
The other issue too is, was the Highway 69, completion of that.
Okay.
That's a big issue there as well. We
Yes.
have to face reality.
You have some plans for that, or?
We can't complete it in 2 years, or less than 2 years,
Okay.
or in 2017. We got 82 kilometers left to do, and we have a few more bridges to build on top of that. Negotiation with First Nations. That's reality, 2020,
So it's an unrealistic goal, you
It is.
figured?
yes, it is. Very unrealistic.
Yeah.
So we, look at the long picture. 2020, I would project. This way we get it done safely, we don't push contractors, because the safety factors involved as well. Because you look at having 24/7, 7 days a week, okay, this is double overtime. Well, you put safety factors involved there, that's my concern.
Yeah, and there are a lot of bridges, like you say,
Yeah.
that have to be built.
There's a few more bridges.
And they
So I
don't-
say
You
2020.
don't build those overnight, no?
No, with 82 kilometers, it's a very long stretch, and we have to look at face reality.
Okay. The youth vote, is that a concern with the PCs and just getting more of the younger people engaged?
I think it's very important to get the younger people engaged, excuse me, with politics, excuse me. Because I started in politics at a very young age, back when I was about 11 years old, became more and more involved. I was
Sure.
curious, oh yes, I was very curious, understanding the fundamentals of politics, our prime minister. As we go to school, you learn all about prime minister and so on, and then you look at provincial level. And I must say I had the honor and privilege of meeting our former late Pierre Trudeau, which I got involved in politics because of him, and also Diefenbaker as well, studying Diefenbaker, Joe Clark. So there were a lot of wonderful PMs that we had. It was fascinating. And I think it's wonderful to have more youth involved in politics. Speak to the candidates, voice your opinion, what are important to you in regards to your education. Become more involved. So this way, because we can't do it without them. We don't know what's happening, what needs to be fixed, without their voice.
Yeah.
And that's important to me. Because, especially when they're graduating in debt. Well, we can't have that. I wouldn't want my son or daughter to complete university or college and have a whole bunch of OSAP loans, heavily in debt, and look how long it's gonna take them. Almost like a mortgage, so to speak.
Yeah. Any ideas on, the PCs have any ideas on how to assist?
So reduce, like we said, it's reduced to 30%. We have to reduce it, but I like to see it as a opportunity, not like a form of a tax credit, but automatically apply it to the tuition, Where a tax credit is that they receive the refund.
Okay.
Well, let's say that reduction, automatically apply it
So reduce it
to,
to 30%.
that's right. That's what I like to see that. Automatically apply it to their tuition, instead of giving it to their refund. This way, when the time comes, when they graduate, their tuition their OSAP loans aren't as high. It's reduced. That's what I'd like to see.
Good.
That makes it easier for the students, and sometimes their parents are paying for
Oh,
it.
yeah, most definitely.
It makes it a lot simpler.
So we covered it?
I believe so. I'm not sure if I have a guest here with me as well. I'm not sure if she would like to say anything in regards to anything.
Tricia, we got everything covered?
I think so. I just want to tap on that as a mother of a special needs son, my husband and I have been through quite a struggle. He was not diagnosed till he was 6. although we knew something was wrong with him when he was 18 months old. And we went through numerous doctors and specialists till we found what was going on. But as parents, you really need the support out there. It's very trying on a relationship. You have to look beyond it, know that you have to get those special needs for your son and the care that he needs, and the support. So all the parents who have children with autism and the autism spectrum, we hear you out there, and my husband this is very key, because we've experienced it, so.
So this is gonna be one of the priority areas in terms of your own personal, I guess your personal mission.
It's one of my personal missions with respect to that, yes. My other mission is ensuring that we create jobs here for Nickelbelt finally once and for all.
Mhm.
Those are the two priorities for myself, because I've seen Nickelbelt gone without a whole bunch of promises over the years about job creation, and it's never happened. We have the opportunity, we're gonna make it happen.
Where, you heard the voice of Trish, this Mark's real campaign manager, Mark's wife. And we are going to, we're gonna make sure that we do some kind of a follow-up in the months that follow the election, so that we can get some kind of a debriefing from all the candidates and just discuss what took place and what went on, and that might be a panel discussion, who knows? But I think when you take a look at what's happening in this campaign and what's involved, it doesn't just involve the candidate, it involves the whole family, and I'm gonna be kinda curious when we have a chance to come back and have Trish say, yeah, you wanna know what it was really like?
How many miles I walked? It was a pleasure, but my feet are sore.
Your feet are sore, yeah. So I mean, it's a few more days and it's done. I really do hope that the voters get as much information as they can on all the parties, and when they go out, they make their choice based on the platform that they want and not some long-standing historical reason for voting for particular parties or voting against particular people. That they're making a choice for the future, because once this election is over, we're then into the municipal election, and that's gonna have a major impact on the municipalities across the province. So, and then next spring we probably have a federal election coming up. So it's gonna be quite an interesting 12 months.
It certainly is, it certainly will be.
All three of those elections are gonna be held, and we can't forget the trustees, the school boards as well. So,
That's correct, yes, that's come up as well.
like in terms of a year, I don't think there's gonna be too many years where we've had that. The three, it's a trifecta right here. It's bang, bang, bang. So it's a pleasure having you, and I'm glad you had time to come in. I think we've put in a summation what the PC platform is, and now people will have a chance to compare all three, and I would just wait. Are you planning on any kind of a gathering, or are you gonna be any place on Thursday?
Yes, I will be at my campaign office. Which is on Falconbridge Road, actually in Garson,
Okay,
3481 Falconbridge Road.
okay. Is there a
They're gonna be
landmark or anything that we?
It's right next to the convenience store, Max. It's
Okay.
right before Garson Constant Road on the left. Depends on which direction you're coming. If you're coming
Okay.
from Radar, be on your right. If you're coming from Sudbury, be on your left.
Okay, so you'll be there Thursday night?
Yes, it will.
And, yeah, and we will, like I say, find a way of coming back in afterwards, whether, win, lose, or draw, because I'd like to debrief, and I'd like to have a chance for people to, okay, when it's over, what did we learn from this particular campaign? And again, I don't throw anything away. I keep it all here, and next time it comes around, we'll be able to go back and look at it. So Marck Blay, the Ontario PC candidate in Nickelbelt. We've had Franz Jalla from the NDP and James Dragoni from the Liberals. And at 3 o'clock, we're expecting Casey Lalonde, who is running in the Sudbury riding for the Green Party, but because Heather Dahlstrom wasn't able to make it and she's starting a new job today. At least we'll be able to then get the Green Party platform and nickel the voters, then will have the whole spectrum, to use a word again, but they'll have the whole spectrum of parties and have an opportunity to be informed if they want to be informed, and then we'll see what happens. So thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
And thanks, Trish. We'll get you back when it's all over and you can, your feet have recovered a bit.
Thank you very much. It was a joy to be here.
You are, again, listening to The Learning Clinic on CKLU 96.7 FM. I am your host, Bob Kerwin, and in probably about 15 minutes, we should have Casey Lalonde in the studio, and we will be discussing the Green Party platform. Give me a shout.